All right. What is up, everyone? Today we are diving into 3 ways that you can generate sales and grow your business literally this week. And why I'm putting this class on is that there is so much talk so often about business owners feeling maxed out and overwhelmed and not sure even where to focus in their business. We all know that we have to make sales in order to keep our brands and our businesses growing and moving forward. But I constantly hear from business owners that they feel like all the other demands of being a business owner are constantly taking away from their ability to focus on actually what is going to grow their business, right? Generating leads and closing sales. So, today, what I want to do for you is break down simple ways, 3 simple ways. I might do some bonuses as well, but 3 simple ways that you can generate new sales and generate new dollars in the bank this week in your business. And I want this session to just be a reminder for you of the fact that you can, in fact, grow your business in an hour a day when you remember what you already know, which is to focus on the fundamentals of what is going to put dollars and cents in the bank. And the key thing to remember as business owners is that there's constantly going to be all of these things that are screaming for your attention and pulling your focus. And your job as a business owner is to remember that the business doesn't stay in business unless you are able to put the urgent things that are screaming in your face aside and focus on the important things that are going to keep your business growing and keep you in business. And if nothing else, if you are a business owner that feels overwhelmed by everything that it takes to grow your business or everything that you have on your plate that you need to do in order to have success, what I want to remind you of is that by you focusing on the basic fundamentals of what is going to generate dollars and cents in the bank each day, you're going to put yourself in a position that you can invest in hiring help. And for so many business owners, they're just overwhelmed and maxed out because they need help in their business. They need support. They need to get a lot of tactical and operational and administrative day to day functions off their plate so that they can actually be the CEO that works to grow their business. But if you don't have help and you don't have the revenue needed to be able to, hire help, it puts you in a conundrum, right? Because you're kind of between a rock and a hard place where you need help in order to grow the business, but you don't have the funds to hire the help. And so here you are stuck spending your time doing a lot of things that aren't actually moving the business forward. Right. So we want to talk about how to solve that. And today, what I want to draw your attention to is probably the most important thing that I learned in over a decade of working in a Fortune 500, where I was promoted 7 times in 8 years because of the ability to lead large teams all over the country through the process of building rapid growth. Now, this was before live streaming. This was before a lot of internet marketing. We weren't using social media at all. We were just focused on the basic fundamentals of the business, and we ran those reps every single day. And what's really interesting about uh, business in the world of internet marketing and in the world of social media is that a lot of small business owners that are in the early stage, 10K or less a month, they do not even know or understand the basic fundamentals of what it takes for a business to grow consistently. So the first thing is you want to make sure that you're making offers every single day, right? And that sounds so basic and so obvious, but if I were to interview 10 people right now and say, how many of you made an offer so far this morning, actually directly to the market, whether it was sending out an email to your list, sending a DM to a past customer, sending out an invitation to make a buying decision to a lead that you've been nurturing, or even going back to someone who you already had a consultation with and they didn't buy, the vast majority of business owners are not waking up in the morning and saying, who am I making an offer to today? And that is the most basic fundamental of getting your business to grow. And maybe some of you guys can help me actually put some notes in the comments. So if you're enjoying this session and you want to help others that are watching on the replay or that are joining a little late, go ahead and help me put some comments recapping what I'm sharing here. So the first thing that we need to do every single day to make money every day in our businesses is flip on the open sign. Boop. So that's the first thing you want to think about. What can you do each morning as a business owner to flip on the open sign? And when you think about flipping on the open sign, the first thing that I want you to think about is if you aren't extending an invitation, how do you expect people to say yes to your invitation? Right? When you think about selling in your business, all you're doing is extending an invitation for someone to come and buy from you. But you can't expect people to accept an invitation that was never given, right? And so instead of it being a rare occurrence when you're in launch or when you are just releasing a specific promotion or when you're in, some type of very focused, whether it's a summit, a live launch, a book release, of course people make offers then. But what you need to do as a business owner to get over those 10K months and then put yourself foundationally in a position to begin the scale process is you need to make offers every single day. So someone put that in the chat for me now. Make offers every day. And then you might say, well, Kelly, where do I make an offer? How do I make an offer? What does it look like to make an offer every day? So let's talk about a couple basic examples of what this can look like. So if you go on my Facebook page from this morning, now I just got done a huge launch for my Kairos mentorship program and that closed cart. So registration is done for that. And you'll notice the very next day, there was an invitation up on my page to come and join the monthly membership for the virtual business school. Because I know there's lots of people that wanted to join Kairos, but couldn't join Kairos because they weren't quite at that level yet. So that's a prime example of making an offer directly to the market on social media. So if you go on my personal Facebook page right now and you look at yesterday and you look at this morning, you can see that I'm making an offer directly to the market via social media and people are buying right from those posts. Okay. So that's example number one. So if someone wants to help me with the comments in the chat, example number one is posting an offer directly on your social media that people can take action on in an instant and make a buying decision. Example number two is sending an email to your list, right? So if you think about retailers, if you think about businesses that you've been subscribed to, that you've made purchases from in the past, outside of entrepreneur land, outside of what we know and what we typically experience in online marketing, if you go in your inbox right now, you will see that those businesses are making an offer. They're making an offer to their subscribers basically every week. Some of them are making an offer every day, right? So, your email list is a very, very valuable asset and it can be producing consistent sales for you. But again, most people are not focused on creating newsletters that convert, number one. And number two, they're not making offers to their email community consistently. So, example number two is making a direct offer via email to your email list. How would you do something like that? It would just basically be, hey, so and so, thanks for being a part of my community. This week only, I'm opening up X numbers of spots at this price point with this extra special bonus for this reason. It's open for this many days. This is the number of spots that I have available. These are the kind of results that you can get. Here's who this offer is for. Hit reply if you want in. Boom. Okay. So this doesn't mean you go out and you hire an expensive copywriter and you put together an 18-step funnel and then you think about it for a few weeks and then you work on the perfect copy to send out. And then you need to hire someone that's going to set up this funnel in your email list. No. I cannot tell you how many entrepreneurs get stuck and go broke spending countless dollars on hiring people to build funnels and write copy and build websites and create tech platforms for them when they don't even have the fundamentals of how do we make money every day in the business working. Those things aren't going to work unless you have a proven offer. Those things aren't going to work unless you have an email list. Those things aren't going to work unless the basic fundamentals are working, right? So the second way that you can go about making those offers on a daily basis is leveraging your email list and directly communicating with them. Okay. The third way that you can make offers each day is to go back to your own inboxes. Go back to your own inboxes because there are people sitting in your LinkedIn inbox. There are people sitting in your Instagram inbox. There are people sitting in your Facebook inbox. There are people sitting in your old text messages. There are people sitting in your email that expressed interest in your product or service and never made a buying decision. And usually, if you look at sales statistics, on average, people typically follow up one time. But the problem is, most business owners are broke because the average buying decision happens between follow up number 8 and follow up number 10. So if you're never making it to follow up number 8, then that means you're losing 99% of the sales that you could be making in your business. I need you guys to help me get some of this in the chat because this is super powerful stuff. This is life-changing stuff that literally can completely transform your business. Okay. So number 3 is go back to your own inboxes. Find people that you've been in conversations with. Find people that you have had express interest, okay, in your offer that never bought, and start taking them through to get to follow up number 8. Until you get to follow up number 8, you're not even in the game. You're not even in the game. And 99% of sales happen in follow ups 8 and beyond. So that's a very, very clear statistic that you can look at your own business and you can say, are you following up a minimum of 8 times with anyone that expresses interest in your product, service, or program? If the answer is no, you are leaving tons of money on the table in your business. Okay. So comment in the chat and let me know, what are you hearing so far that you feel like you could take action on right away? What are you hearing from what I'm going over that is an instant opportunity for you to start generating more sales in your business? So we talked about posting directly on social media. We talked about emailing out to your email list. We talked about going back through your inboxes, your text messages, your emails to all the people that you have not followed up with a minimum of 8 times that expressed interest in your product, service, or program. Now let's talk about way number 4, right? So we're still talking about making offers every day in your business because if you want to make money every day, you have to make offers every day, right? And what I want you to write down in your notes is people can't say yes to an invitation that was never extended. Write that down. People can't say yes to an invitation that was never extended. Your job is, if you want to make money every day, you have to make invitations every day. And an invitation is simply you extending that follow up to someone to say, hey, are you still interested in getting ABC, XYZ results in your business or results in your life or in your relationship or with your, health or wealth or whatever the case? Are you still interested in achieving ABC, XYZ result? I would literally write that down. That is a proven line that works from a sales perspective. It's a very powerful question, and you will get answers and you will get people that will come back to you and say, oh my gosh, thanks for following up with me. I totally forgot. I got so busy. I've had these other things going on. Yes, I am still interested in getting results in ABC, XYZ. And that's your opportunity to go back in for a conversation. Okay. So we talked about directly on social media. We talked about your email list. We talked about your inboxes. Now let's talk about referrals, right? I hear from small business owners that are in early stages of building their business all the time that they can't launch a referral program and they can't get referrals for their business because they only have a handful of clients. That could not be further from the truth. If you have one client, just one paying client, you have enough clients to start a referral program. And you have to invite people. So what do you need to do? One, you need to clarify, who are you looking for? Who is your ideal customer? Number 2, you need to give them ideas of where they might already be interfacing with your ideal customer. And number 3, you need to clarify for them, what is the specific offer that you would love them to make introductions to you for, right? So, gaining referrals is one of the easiest ways to ramp up your sales right away and to get new leads in the door and into conversations, because now you have people that are already invested in your brand, that already believe in you, that already like you and trust you, basically trying to do the selling for you. They're telling someone else why it would be so great for them to work with you and why they believe that they would get a great result, right? That should start from the moment that you have one customer. From the moment that you have a single customer, that is when you should start building your referral pipeline. And if that's something that you're not currently doing as a part of your weekly activities, once again, you are leaving tons of money on the table. It's so simple. It doesn't require any tech. There's no complexity. There's no additional investment that you need to make in order to get this going. It's simply about having conversations and extending invitations. Anybody seeing a theme here? Conversation, invitation. Okay. So that's the fourth thing, right? Number five is going back to your past customers. Now, this is the most overlooked, underutilized income stream in the entrepreneurial world. Where I came from in business to business and Fortune 500, a huge part of our sales every single day were coming from us reactivating past customers. Most small business owners, when I interface with them for the first time and I ask them, what are they doing each week to follow up with their past customers to get them reactivated? The answer is nothing. And so if you're not every single week reaching out to different past customers of yours and saying, hey, would love to see you back, in the fold. Where are you at in your journey? Are you ready to get started back up again? What are you thinking for next steps? Where are you on that last goal that we talked about? Again, leaving money on the table every single day. Okay. So I said I was going to give you three ways. I just gave you five ways. We could keep going. Someone asked in the chat there, do we give an incentive for a referral? Yeah, absolutely. So there's all different ways that you can incentivize referrals. You can do a monetary incentive if you are allowed to do that, given the industry that you're in. Some industries are regulated and cannot do that. Some industries, can obviously, and you need to seek legal guidance from your own attorney on that. But, monetary is one, access is a second. A lot of people will happily send referrals your way simply for the opportunity to have more interaction with you or more interaction with your team, to be in closer proximity. Right. So monetary is one, access is another, and accolades is the third. Right. Name recognition, getting to have them be promoted within your community, kind of sharing their name on the leaderboard, thanking them, tagging them on social media, whatever the case. And there's all different ways that you can do referrals. Some people, instead of a monetary referral, are giving people a scholarship or a partial discount to their program. And if you know someone is going to be a great referral partner for you or a great center of influence for you, then it is a great investment to say, I'm going to give this person a discount on my product in exchange for them being a voice in the community where they're basically becoming a salesperson for you. I mean, there are entire million and multi-million dollar businesses that are built exclusively off of referrals. Okay. This is the main thing that we teach inside one of my companies because it is so powerful as a source of sales. Now, for those of you that are just joining, I'm just going to ask my team, maybe you guys that are on could just put a quick recap in the chat for everyone that's just joining us of all the ways that we just talked about. And for those that were late that are just joining us, we are talking about how to make sales in your business every day. We are literally talking about things that cost you $0 that you can do at any stage of business that require no extra technology, no extra system, no extra investment from you. And what we've talked about so far is we talked about number one is flipping open the open sign every morning in your business, right? You have to have the mentality that your business makes money every day. And you have to have the mentality that every day you're going to extend invitations for people to buy from you. And what we're talking about right now, and I'll have my team put in the chat the recap of what we've gone through so far, but what we're talking about is all the different ways that you can be making money every single day in your business. So we talked about directly making offers on social media. I gave an example of that. We talked about making offers directly to your email list. I gave an example of that. We talked about going back through all of your inboxes, social media inboxes, your text messages, your email inbox, all of those things, and picking back up the conversation with anyone who has expressed interest in any of your products, services, and programs that hasn't bought yet. There's absolute gold sitting there. And this is just a reminder for everyone. 99% of sales happen after the eighth follow up. 99% of sales. The average person only follows up once. And if that's you sitting here on this live stream today, what I want you to know is you're missing out on 99% of the sales that you could be making in your business, number one. And number two, it means you're working way harder than you need to be. Way harder than you need to be, because you're constantly trying to get new sales from people that are still like top of your funnel, when you could be selling to people that are moving down through your funnel that are already 85, 90% in that ready to buy stage. Okay. Only 3% of your market is in the ready to buy stage at any given time. And that's why having that continual follow up process in place is absolutely essential, because even though someone is your ideal avatar, and even though someone is saying to you, yes, I want your product, I want your program, I want your service, I'm going to buy it. 97% of people, even though they are your avatar, even though they are going to buy from you at some point or have the intention to, 97% of the market is in not ready to buy at any given time. Only 3% of the market is in ready to buy at any given time, which is why making sure that you're building a Dream 100 list and using that for your follow up every day is so essential to your success. And it costs you nothing. Every single strategy that I'm teaching you today, guys, costs you nothing. These are things that you can do with, you don't need extra staff, you don't need extra ad money, you don't need extra tech, you don't need extra investments in the business. They're all free. So we talked about posting on social. We talked about emailing your list. We talked about going back through your leads that haven't closed. We talked about making sure that every good qualified lead that you get to follow up, number 8 at minimum, because 99% of sales are going to happen after the 8th follow up. And that brings us to our next point, which is making sure you're building a Dream 100. So when you think about internet marketing, when you think about email marketing, you think about building your brand online, there's the world of social media, which is all the people that you're quote unquote connected to. Okay. Then you have people that went from, I'm connected to you on social media. Now I've said yes to join your email list. Now they're on your email list. They're in your inner circle. Then you have people that join your email list that said, I want to be in your Facebook group. Now they're in your inner circle, right? But then beyond that, you want to have your Dream 100 list. And your Dream 100 list is something that should be a running list that you keep all the time. You update it every single day. And these are qualified leads that you have had some type of interaction with, that you are going to work on building a relationship with every week until they buy. Okay. And these people are everywhere. They're in your past clients, they're in your consults that didn't buy. They're in your ecosystems on social media. They're in your inboxes. They're in your Facebook group. These people are everywhere. Okay. And what makes people qualified to buy, because I saw that question just came in, every business has its own set of qualifiers of what makes a lead qualified to buy, because that is, it's nuanced based on your business, right? It's not the same for my business as it is for your business. But the things that typically would be considered when you're looking at who would go on your Dream 100, number one, do they have a history of making investments in your particular line of business? That's the first and most important thing, because people are typically habitual buyers. When people buy in one space, they tend to continue to buy in that space. Okay. Your job is not to try and convince people to start buying in your space. Your job is to show people why buying from you within that space is the best and the right choice for them. Does everybody see the difference? So it's different. The difference is between preaching to convert versus preaching to the converted. Your goal is to preach to the converted, to people that they already believe in whatever your protocol or whatever your industry or space is. But now you're showing them what the distinct factors are about how you do what you do that makes you the person that they want to actually say yes and buy from. Okay. So your Dream 100, when you talk about who is qualified and who goes on that list, as I mentioned already, it is nuanced. But when I look at the broad base factors of what may be the qualifiers for you, and many times are qualifiers for other, the first one is, do they have a history of making buying decisions in your space? The second one is, are they the appropriate avatar for your product or service? Do they have the characteristics? Have they expressed something that makes you believe that this is the right person and this product or service that you're offering is going to produce, that result, right? And so a great way to think about qualifying people is three things. Can someone put this in the chat for me? They want it, they need it, and they can afford it. Write it down. Someone put that in the chat for me. They want it, they need it, they can afford it. And the wanting it is the most important thing, because I see business owners, especially the ones that are under 10K a month, all the time trying to sell something that their people don't want. Yes, it is a problem, but it's not a problem that people are willing to spend their money on. Okay. So your job is to understand the psychology of your market, and your job is to make sure that the thing that you're selling to your market is not just something that you consider an urgent problem to solve for them, but it has to be something that they consider to be an urgent problem to solve. Okay? So put it in the chat. They want it, they need it, they can afford it. Okay? They want it, it's the right solution for them. It's going to solve an urgent problem that they have, and they can afford to invest in it, right? Your ideal avatar, the people that are going on your Dream 100, which are going to go on your weekly follow up list, because we know only 3% of people are in ready to buy at any given time, which is why Dream 100 is so important. Because every time you find a great buyer that wants it, needs it, and can afford it, they've invested in things in your space before, they look to have the characteristics and qualifiers of your ideal avatar. Every time you find someone like that, you want to make sure that you're keeping that dialogue and conversation going, because many times, especially in the market that we're in today, people are sitting in your ecosystem for 6 to 9 months. But every day, someone's going from not ready to buy to ready to buy. Every day. Every day. And this is why, if you are following this strategy and you're using a Dream 100 list, every day someone on that list is moving from not ready to buy to ready to buy. And your job is to create top of mind awareness so that when they move from not ready to buy to ready to buy, you are the person that is front and center for them. The principle of top of mind awareness is so, so important to understand. And this is why I always say consistency and frequency are the two biggest drivers of sales. A lot of new business owners and a lot of business owners that are trying to scale over 10K months think that the thing they need to do to differentiate themselves is they need to have a better hook, or they need to change their product, or they need to have better messaging, or they need to change their niche. A lot of times what's keeping them from daily sales is there is not consistency and frequency in the actual execution. Okay. So your Dream 100 is going to be absolutely essential, because you need to make sure you're staying in front of those people every week, and you need to make sure you're creating top of mind awareness so that as they move from not ready to buy to ready to buy, that you are the person that is front and center for them. Okay. So hopefully that's helpful for you. So we've talked about a lot of different ways to drive this today, and there's so much more that we can talk about. I said I was going to share 3 ways. I think we talked about like maybe 6 so far. There's so much more we can share. I'm going to continue this conversation. I'm going to come live again at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So if you are getting value out of this and you want to continue this conversation, come back at 12 p.m. again tomorrow. But before we wrap up today, I want to share something really exciting with you. And I want to make sure you can take advantage of this right away. I released something brand new just about a month ago called the Virtual Business School Monthly Membership. And I designed this monthly membership to be a disruptive new micro learning business education resource for business owners that want fast foundations for rapid growth in their business. Business owners that maybe feel like they're not at the place right now to go invest in a very high ticket coaching consulting program, which obviously you can do that with me in other companies of mine. But the virtual business school is meant to be accessible, real world micro learning for busy adults to get the fast foundations growing in your business so that you can start to see traction and progress and results right away. Okay. So this membership has no contract. And for the next couple days here, like through end of day tomorrow, I'm offering this at only $49 a month. So $49 a month, no contract. You can cancel. All you have to do is give us 30 days notice and you're out. You're not going to want to do that. But it's there for you. Okay. So for $49 a month, you're going to get 4 core things every single month. 4 core things. Number one, you're going to get a marketing masterclass. We have the next one happening in 30 minutes. So you still have the opportunity to get in on that today. Danielle Cevallos, who's the president of the Conviction Marketing Agency, the Advance, my personal brand, she is teaching you how to create content that is going to stop the scroll, that is going to get you seen and heard so that you can get paid. Okay. So if you feel like your social media hasn't been reaching the right people, if you feel like you want to get better results from the posts that you're doing online, you can get yourself registered. The team is going to put the link in the chat. You can go to thekellyroach.com/VBS member, thekellyroach.com/VBS member. And you can join us and you can either come to that masterclass live right after this, or you'll get the replay. Either way, you'll get the replay. Okay. So every month you get a brand new masterclass. Every month you get a new module that is delivered from a founder that has built a 7 to 9 figure business. So you are going to get learning across all areas of building fast foundations for business growth from people who have done it. Including myself. A lot of the modules are going to be from me, but I'm going to also bring in special guests that have built very substantial and highly successful businesses that have something really relevant that I want to share with you. Okay. So every month you get a new module focused on those fast foundations. Every month you get a new marketing masterclass of the what's working now that you need to know in order to have success with this. Every month you get a co-working session to come and break down the marketing masterclass, work through implementation, and take instant and immediate action so that you can get real results. So if you're sitting here today and you're listening to what I'm talking about daily sales, and you're like, man, I just need to do this. Like I need to do it, right? I know a lot of people feel that way. And so that's what that co-working session is for. It's for you to come and to take action in real time so that you can actually start producing results and take the thing that you're learning each week and implement it and actually get results. Okay. So you get the monthly masterclass, you get the new module every single month, you get the live co-working session to break it down and to take action right away. And then you get a Q&A with our virtual business school monthly staff, right? So you can come and ask questions about the module, about the masterclass, about what you're working on. And that gives you opportunity, obviously, to also build relationships, get to know other people in the membership, build your peer group, create entrepreneurial community, and everything in between. So the big why behind this, just so that I can give some context for everyone, is, as you all know, I started in the high ticket coaching and consulting space in 2012. That's when I started my first business. We built an 8-figure empire, helping people to also create 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses with high ticket coaching and consulting. But what I realized over the process of scaling that company and then also breaking out my other companies is that there was no resource that I felt comfortable sending people to that weren't ready for my coaching to get the fast foundations in place for their business. There was no place for me to send people that I felt, yes, these people are going to get what they need and they're going to get the right things in place so that when they do come to us one day for high ticket coaching and consulting, they can just soar to the moon because they have the right foundations in place. Currently, when people come to us, we have to rebuild all of those foundations. We have to recreate all of those things because they're not getting that in the right order or in the right way to be set up for success. So we have to go back and undo all of that before we can actually help people to build. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a place for people to come where they could get those foundations in place that really set them up to build a sustainable and profitable business without people having to spend $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 when maybe their business wasn't even ready for that yet. I don't want people going into debt to get started building their business. I don't want people drowning in overwhelm when all they need is a micro lesson that they could implement right away. And when I looked at the space, I saw that, yes, we have this amazing high ticket coaching consulting company that helps people to scale. And that's great, but that's not for everyone. And then I look over here and I see all of these very out of date courses, and I see these big membership vaults where you can't even find what you need, and it's old information, and it's not what, it's not real time. And there just wasn't a solution that I was comfortable putting my stamp on. And people will always ask us, okay, maybe this coaching isn't for me, but where do I go? What should I do? And I had no place to send them. So I said, we're going to do this the right way. We're going to build our own virtual business school. That's literally the name of the company. And we're going to build a monthly membership so that for $49 a month until Friday, that's when the price will go up. You can get in at $49 a month, no contract. You're not locked into anything. You can give us 30 days notice and you can be out if you have to pause or you need to go work on something else or whatever the case. But we wanted to make sure that we had a home base for you to come to where you're getting that super powerful injection of what's working now, where to focus, how to implement, how to prioritize, what order that you need to take steps in so that we can do the kinds of things that we talked about right here on this live stream today, which is our core fundamental driving focus for you, which is how do you get the sales coming in consistently in your business so that you can make strategic investments like hiring, like advertising, like getting into a coaching program and paying yourself and taking care of your family from your business. So the focus of the Virtual Business School monthly membership is all about fast and firm foundations. And the goal is that you can build fast and firm foundations without accumulating debt, without sitting in a classroom for hours learning theory that doesn't really apply in the real world, without wasting countless hours going through course modules and old membership materials that are no longer relevant and don't even work anymore. But instead, our focus and our goal is just in time solutions. So every month is a new month. Every month, new materials are delivered live to you. And every month, you have live interface and interaction for community, for conversations, for Q&A, and for accountability. So we really tried to look at the best of both worlds. What are all the components that we would need to include in a membership like this so that we could go head to head with an MBA that someone, for example, would spend tens of thousands, if not $100,000 or more on, and they get done an MBA and they don't even have a business. They have a lot of big ideas. They have a lot of debt, but they don't have a business. And so we're going head to head with that. And we want to create something where you can get those foundations in place for $49 a month without a contract, without any long engagement needed. And you're getting real-time solutions that are delivered in a micro learning setting. And I want to emphasize the micro learning because we know you guys are busy. We know you guys are busy. You don't have 18 hours to sit on call after call after call after call. And you're like, okay, but when do I actually implement something? Right? And this is another problem that people are having. So when you get your modules, for example, what we're trying to do is we're trying to fit into 15 to 30 minutes a lesson that you can take action on and you can get results, actually make sales, generate leads, generate results in your business versus you spending all this time going through the learning and leaving no time for going back and implement. There's a time and place for each of these different modalities. Okay. So again, you can go to thekellyroach.com/VBS member. And now until close of business tomorrow, you can get into the membership at only $49 a month. There is no contract. You can cancel anytime. You just give us 30 days notice and you're done. And you're never going to want to. You're never going to want to. And that I'm that confident. I'm that confident that you don't need a contract. I'm that confident that you don't need to be committed because I know that once you get in here and once you experience what we're delivering to you, you're going to realize that for $49 a month, this is absolutely insane what you're getting. Why would you ever want to cancel? And that's why I have that level of confidence in the value that we're going to deliver. And selfishly, it is in our best interest to make sure that you succeed. It is in our best interest to make sure that you just skyrocket and soar and have great results because we want you to be able to make it over one day to invest in working with us in the business advisory, in the advance, in the conviction marketing agency, in Kairos. We want you to be able to up level so that you can afford to work with us in a larger capacity. And so our job is to earn your trust. It's to help you to get results. It's to help you see that this is a superior solution. And it's to go above and beyond for you so that you are blown away by your first experience with us and you want to come and be a lifetime customer in other capacities. I saw some people asking in the chat, how do you join? It's thekellyroach.com/VBS member. thekellyroach.com/VBS member. And that's also in the chat. I know I see some of the comments that are coming in are on YouTube. I don't think you can see the chat on YouTube. So maybe a member of the team could just pop over to YouTube in the comments there and answer that. So, recapping what we talked about today, we really dug into 6 different ways to generate daily sales in your business. And we talked about the importance of consistency and frequency. We talked about the fact that 99% of buying decisions happen after the 8th follow up. And people typically buy based on top of mind awareness, which means they buy based on one of the last 3 people in that space that were in front of them, that were, we have a couple people team on YouTube that are trying to sign up right now. So if someone could pop over to YouTube, I see JRD, I see Janae, and I see Carla that are all needing assistance. If you guys could help them go ahead and get registered, that would be amazing. It's thekellyroach.com/VBS member. Yeah, it looks like people are getting an error. Maybe someone can help do that. And then for those of you that are on Facebook, you can just scroll up in the comments and you'll see the team put the link. So you can actually just click right on the link. For you guys on YouTube, we're going to come on over and we're going to get you guys. Alana needs assistance as well. Alana, Janae, Carla, and JRD. If you could help them, that would be great. I'm going to give you guys some examples of what's included in the upcoming VBS for Virtual Business School. So VBS, it's thekellyroach.com/VBS member. VBS member. Okay, so just a couple things that are included. So number one, we have an amazing masterclass that's happening today. And even if you can't join it live, that's fine. You'll get the replay of it. But you are going to learn how to create content that converts, how to create content that stops the scroll. Why? Because the biggest complaint that we hear from people constantly is no one sees my content. No one sees my content. I'm not getting engagement online. I don't know how to get people to convert. We are going to help you fix that problem. So when you join today for $49 a month, you get instant access to that masterclass, which is literally happening after this today. Okay, so you're going to sign up now and we're going to get you right on over. Okay, good. It looks like Alana got herself in. That's awesome. Carla, were you able to get registered? Let us know in the chat, Carla. Janae, were you able to get registered? JRD. If you are watching on Facebook, let us know if you got registered. Comment in the chat if you were able to get registered. And for those of you that are on YouTube that were looking for the link or having needing a little assistance with the link, let us know. Let me go over some of the things that are coming up for you all. So number one, content creation. Number two, prospecting. Like, who doesn't want support on how to connect with people in a non-uncomfortable, weird, slimy way, right? Of course, everyone wants that. Who to hire, when to hire, and what to hire, right? How to get help, how to afford to hire help, what you should hire, what you should have them do, right? How to use them so that you can make more money. These are the trainings that are coming up inside the VBS membership. Packaging your offers, right? How to price them, how to package them, how to position them, right? How to actually go to market, putting a strategy together, right? High ticket closing. Like, you got to know how to close a sale. You got to know how to close a sale, right? So we're going to teach you how to close a sale. We're going to teach you how to close a high ticket sale. We're going to teach you the one conversation close. Okay. How to cultivate confidence online, right? Because this is a whole new world. This is a completely different language to learn how to navigate building a business online. And we're going to help you to do that. How to convert on camera, right? You see what we're doing right now. You can see people are joining in live time. People are joining while we're here live. People are registering for the membership. We want to teach you how to convert on camera just like this. We want to teach you how to get a product out there that you can just wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to go live at 12 o'clock today. And this is what I'm going to talk about. And here's how I'm going to do it. And you can make sales that same day. We want to teach you how to do that. Okay. Converting on camera is super crucial in today's market. Okay. In terms of master classes, as you know, right after this, content that gets seen. So if you need to get higher conversions, if you need to get more engagement, if you need to get people paying attention to what you're sharing, you got to get in right now. $49 a month. You can join right now and you can be on that masterclass later today. And if you can't be there live, that's absolutely fine. You can register now and then you're going to get the replay sent to your inbox. Okay. Content writing for conversions. How do you write content that converts? We're going to teach you. This is one of the upcoming master classes. We're going to teach you how to do that. Okay. LinkedIn lead gen. And by the way, for those of you that joined today, let us know in the chat. Those of you that joined today, you're going to get that delivered immediately to you. That was actually a masterclass that we did last month. Anybody who joins live today is going to get that in addition to all of the upcoming ones and the new one that we're delivering to you this afternoon. Email list building. Email list building is so essential, especially, guys, I cannot emphasize this all enough. The hacking, the shutdowns, the risk of losing your social media accounts, your email list it is a lifeline in your business, which means you need to be building it, you need to be nurturing it, and you need to be making sales from it. And we're going to teach you how to do all three of those things inside the monthly membership. Newsletters that convert. So many people have a list of emails. They send out an email here or there to their list, but they have no idea how to build a newsletter that people absolutely cannot wait to click on, cannot wait to consume, and are going to buy things from. And if you want to have insulation, you want to have an insurance policy in this market where social media can come and go as quick as a blink of an eye, then getting a newsletter that people love, that people obsess over opening, that they read and that they buy from is going to be key. This is just like a little tiny glimpse of what you're going to get inside the membership. Okay. So I want to make sure that you all can join us. There's two things happening. So at 1 o'clock, you're going to join the masterclass. So right after this. So if you're already joining, let us know in the comments, comment down below so that I make sure Ignacio and Nicole are going to help you get over to the masterclass that's happening today. It looks like Janae still needs some help. So if you guys can help Janae over on YouTube to get registered, that would be amazing. Alana, were you able to get registered? Let me know. Carla, were you able to get registered? JRD, let me know. Let me know. And if anybody else needs help or is having trouble registering, just let us know in the chat. So the masterclass for today is happening with content that gets seen. Anyone that buys today is also going to get the LinkedIn lead gen masterclass. Okay. You can pay monthly at $49 a month, or you can pay in full for a year. You can pay in full for a year. And when you pay in full for a year, you get a brand building intensive that is a $997 value. You get that absolutely free. So I think it's like 500 and something to pay for VBS for the year. You'll see that option, when you get there. But basically, that's going to give you the opportunity to get the brand building intensive for $0. That's a $997 value when you decide to register for the year. Okay. So in addition to everything that I just shared, obviously the community, the accountability, getting the support from the VBS team on the monthly co-working sessions, on the accountability in the Q&A sessions. I mean, this is real deal. And we're carving out a new industry and we're ready to disrupt this business education space. And I know that you guys need this. And that's why we're doing it. If there was somewhere else I felt confident sending you to, I would. because I already have 5 companies. But I didn't have a place that I felt confident that I could 100% put my name behind sending you to for business education. And so I'm creating it. And that's what this is all about. This is about filling that gap so that people can get real world business education at their fingertips just in time in a micro learning session that does not require you going in thousands of dollars of debt or signing up for long contracts or multi-year investments in order to pay. Okay. Yes, you can update to pay in full in the future, Alana. Absolutely. So thank you for that. So if you decide you want to join monthly and then you want to upgrade and you want to pay in full for the year following that, you'll be able to get that brand building intensive. Absolutely. We will honor that. And it looks like Camilla might need some assistance. So if someone could connect with Camilla as well, that would be amazing. So congratulations to all our new members. I'm so excited for you. Now, I do want to say that in addition to the masterclass happening in just a couple minutes, I'm going to be back here live tomorrow and I'm going to teach part 2 of this. So go ahead and get yourselves registered for the VBS monthly membership now. Get on the masterclass this afternoon, and then you're all invited to come back to the party. You're all invited to come back to the party tomorrow. And I'm going to be teaching part 2 of this, and we're going to be talking about how to make sales every day in your business. And I'm going to give you specific, tangible actions that you can do immediately while we are live tomorrow that are going to help you get dollars and cents in the bank. Okay. So thanks for coming to hang out. I can't wait to see you all inside the VBS monthly membership. For any support, that would be great. Janae, we are going to have someone reach out to you. Janae, can you put your email in the chat for us, actually? Because it looks like someone's trying to connect with you on YouTube, but it might not be working. Anybody that needs help, if you could just drop your email. I think Nicole's trying to connect with you right now. If you could drop your email. And for anyone that's on Facebook, if you need assistance, if you could drop your email or DM myself or Nicole, that would be awesome. And we will make sure that we can assist you guys. Okay. It looks like some people need some help. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have questions about the membership, you can reach out to any of us. Ignacio is the executive director of Virtual Business School. You'll probably see his name around, Ignacio Rojas. He also runs the Virtual Business School Facebook group. I hope that you all are inside there. If you're not inside the Virtual Business School Facebook group, you definitely want to come over and join because we have great, valuable lessons that we drop there as well. And for me, this is the first community that I've ever built that's really focused around people that are in those early stages. If you watch and listen to the majority of my content, most of the things that I teach, most of the things that I've created are really for people already running 6 and 7 figure businesses that are in the scale process. So if you want to connect with myself and the team in a way that's specifically geared towards people that are maybe still in those earlier foundation building stages, you definitely want to be a part of all things Virtual Business School. So follow Virtual Business School on Instagram, follow them on LinkedIn, Facebook, join the group, all the things. Okay. So get yourselves registered. We'll see you on the masterclass that's happening in just a couple minutes. Our team is going to be on standby to help you. And then we'll see you back here at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.